Okay, so I think we're here. Hello, if you're tuning in. This is where I'm going to be building up an image with some foraging things that I've picked up today, and also some goodies to put onto the scan. So I'm going to start with some of these. This is a panel of things, some goodies that I've been collecting that I think would look good on a scan. I have already photographed these. Some of them are like my sunflowers and things. So I've already photographed them in my still lifes. And now I'm going to reuse them again. You can tell that I don't use them in my still life because they've got I've got things attached that I use to hold them up in images. Let me just put those away. And so now I'm going to put all of these again and use them again in some scans. So I'm going to start this and build up the image as I go. Ooh, let me just find a space that's a little clearer to be able to work. I love these feathers. So let me just create a bit of space. There we go. There's some space. So I can just put those down here. Right, so my first one on the scan bed is going to be my my sunflower. I'm kind of going to start him in the centre. Now, I'm going to start building some of these around. Now, I don't know. Let me try something. I've seen these things before, so let me see. Oh, let me just see if that will work. I kind of like that. I don't know why it's black and white though. Let's just cover this, isn't it? That will be why. Let me have core. Or auto. No, I definitely want core. Okay, so that's interesting. I definitely don't like having the grey though. Sometimes I cover this so I can have a little box around it. So I'm gonna do that again. Bring in my little box, just because I want to see how much I need to cover, and I'm going to click digitize. That's going to be I'm going to watch the head come up. See, this takes so much longer than the I'm not even sure if this is moving, but I think it is. And now I'm having to move the flower just incrementally, little by little. And try and create a little bit of information that it can digitize. This is very slow. Make it even slower than before. So I'm very curious as to what's going to come out of this. I think I might have to shut some of the light out of the room for this. Let's see. I don't know even if this is going to register because it's like moving so really too quick perhaps for it. So it's going to be interesting to see what patterns come out. Okay, and the moment of truth is when it comes up. I hope it comes up anyway. Nothing yet. Oh, oh, how lovely is that? Oh my gosh, that actually worked. I really love it. I really love how that's worked out. How lovely. I really wasn't expecting that to work at all. So that's actually such a lovely thing to have come out that way. Okay, I'm excited for that. That's really, let me just show you the other way. Gosh, I really wasn't expecting that to come out, and I wonder if like I turn it up the other way. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. That's really pretty. Wow, okay. Excuse me for coughing. Wow, okay, I'm very excited for that. That's given me a little bit of, yeah, that's given me a little bit of enthusiasm for this, because I really wasn't sure how this would work out. So now then, let me take a petal and take it off the head and place it out. I'm very excited for that. That makes me feel very good. I like how that's actually worked. That's sometimes, you know, how you test something and you're like, I'll go with this, but I don't really know. Well, that's actually showed me that this was a great thing to test. So I'm very happy. I'm now just trying to push the petals out a little bit of the head to see what else we can get from this, because that was indeed unexpected and lovely. It took a while to get the image, but I'm happy with that. So I'm just spacing the petals out a little bit here. I'm going to put them back in. Okay. So this time I'm going to have just perhaps a little of the green underneath it. So it may or may not scan in that way, but we'll see. I kind of really loved how that turned out with the petals of this one. I did have a third, but I don't know where it is right now. So once upon a time there were 3 sunflowers. I was sure of it. I don't know if okay. The third sunflower is actually in much better shape. That's why I haven't done anything with that, because it's actually still alive and kicking, so I actually won't do anything with that. I'm more inclined to do things with the flowers that are long gone. So I'm going to try this one again, and this time I'm going to try perhaps we try, so yeah, perhaps we try it like this, where it goes over something. We'll see what that does, and we'll try the box, bringing the box back. Over it as I go, because I think that worked, and I will try to do it again, she says. So clearly it works so well. So now that I kind of know, she says, kind of know what I'm doing, which is a complete lie, and never really know what I'm doing, but so I'm trying to just get it to like record the yellow of the petals, really. I think this one might be a losing battle, but we'll see how that one turns out in comparison to the other. Hopefully, well, we'll see. We'll see how it works, but you can never be sure. It's working something, so I'm just hiding. Oh, let's just keep the darkness in. It takes a while to do this, so I can hear it and I feel it whirring. I don't know if you can hear it whirring, but I can. So we'll see how it works once it's gone through, what it looks like. And there ends up being so many things you want to try, and it takes so long. You kind of work a process of, okay, what's working the best, and you follow that. When things are working for you, it's good, and you kind of work around them. I'm looking at a pile of yellow post-it notes, you know, and I'm thinking, I wonder what that's going to do. I might investigate the yellow post-it notes onto the... But I think I've probably got this resolution up so high, it's taking a really long time to do. So I wonder if I lower the resolution, it might not take so long, but at the same time, taking so long allowed me to do things across the screen in a slow manner. So we'll see. I think there's actually different techniques to be had, from slowing the scanner itself down and speeding it up. So that's something else I'll experiment with. I might speed it up for the blocks of post-its, and I might do the post-its next, actually, because that seems rather fun. Let me just see how this goes with... It's still whirring. So many ideas to try, and it takes so long each time. I don't know if you can hear it, if it's picking it up or not. But the whirring actually is the scanner. Do. No, it's taking so long. It's very... Oh, it's almost... There we go. Yay! It's at the end. Let me take the cardboard away. And let's see what comes up. Oh! And that's what comes up. You know, I'm really liking it. I'm liking it. It's quite a different... Yeah. I kind of feel like I should do one more just without the material or without anything, going really slow at the bottom, like yes, let me do that, because that's like a sunset, that is. And then I should just put the cardboard and let it finish itself. So let me show you the screen full. So what I'm going to do is take the material away, so that's going, and I'm going to just do one that has like perhaps half to here, where I'm doing the sunflower backwards and forwards, and then everything else. Perhaps even if I just, instead of putting that directly in the middle, perhaps if I move it up a little bit, like it's there, like that might do. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to experiment with this. So let's try again. And have I got everything ready? Let me get the box lined up. Oh. And okay, so let me just put that on the bed of the printer. Let me get the sunflower ready. Okay, I'm ready here, and I'm going to digitalize. So let me just put that in so that I'm not... See, the fact that it's moving slowly actually allows me So I'm like doing it every 1 second, moving the petals from left to right, trying to like count in my head, lift one, and one. But the petals are kind of scrunched now, so this may or may not work as well as it did in the beginning. So one, 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 one. Eek! I feel like a composer making music. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So essentially I'm just trying to get the colour band of the petals onto the band of light as it travels up the scanner bed. I'm pressing the flowers into the petal part into the white band just for the colour. And one and and I'm not sure, like now I've come up to the bit that I would like the petals to stay, the 2 little drops. I'm not sure if they're going to stay put. So I'm trying to keep them in place. Oh, what happens? What happens? What happens? Ah, no! It stopped doing it for a reason. Come on. Oh, it crashed. It crashed on me. Oh, I'm not happy with you, Epson. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right. So I have to start all over again. Oh, that's super frustrating. So let's start again. Oh, technology. Then we were halfway through. Sorry, everybody. You win some, you lose some. I think that's the problem with this, such a slow process, you know, when you're halfway through, it takes such a long time to do. So when you're halfway through and you think, oh good, this might be nearly there. So I'm doing the same as I did last time, just counting one and then lifting the petals from the bed. And it's literally the line, the white line, that I'm using to push the petals into. I'm not sure how much you can see from your camera angle because you may not be able to see the scanner bed very easily of the line coming up. So the white line obviously scans the image going upwards in the really slow motion because I've got it on something like 1200 resolution, DPI resolution. So I think it's the scanner moves very slowly depending on the resolution that you've picked, and this is going super slow, which allows me to move the sunflower across the bed of the light, the scanner, and hopefully catch like a line of orange. And I'm kind of liking how it appeared in the first couple of images, which were like sunset lines appearing as if it was on a river or something. So I'm just going to make sure that the board is dark enough, and I'm not letting in too much light, which is a possibility because this side I haven't really closed in with dark cloth or anything, so that I can see what I'm doing. So there is a distinct possibility that this is too much light for it. So now it's got to the stage where I want it just to scan without the lines. I wanted it to go up like halfway. So the sunflower's about here on the bed. So the scanner comes up to about here, and I wanted to stop there because I was moving the sunflower from backwards and forwards, so it should have streaks of yellow up to there, and then this part should just be total black, hopefully, with the sunflower. So we'll see how this works out, because I'm not sure if I've already put enough too much light on the bed. So hopefully it's scanning now in complete blackness, and it's only scanning the sunflower and the top of the bed. So this might take a little bit of time now. I'm sorry, you can hear it still whirring and working. I think I'm getting about 2 scans each time before the scanner crashes, so I'm not enjoying that particular aspect of this today. So I might do a test with the post-it notes next, on a quicker scan. So let's see how that one works. To make it quicker, I think lowering the resolution captured makes it quicker, because it's not having to try and capture every single pixel on its scanning bed. Hopefully this can work out. This part's the super boring part, I'm sorry. But in a way, it's kind of what makes it exciting. You never quite know what's going to come out. I suppose there's a... Ooh! Yay! Oh, and I really like that. Oh, and it's showing me at the top of the bed there that there are some... something's happening at the top of the bed that I didn't realise we were going to need to clean, and I'm not sure that I can just clean with my finger, but that's very upsetting because this is not what I wanted, but I think there's going to have to be a way of cleaning that, perhaps. Okay, but either way, I really like that. That's come out particularly well. There's a few things I would have preferred there, but that's okay. That's what it is. I'm going to take away the green. I am going to do this again because I really do want this one to come out well. So I'm going to try one more. The same procedure. I think I'm going to have to use a let's see if that works. Okay, and once again I'm going to scan. I think I'm gonna try this hack with this. It may or may not work, but hopefully it will, because I'm very hopeful. Let's have a go. So let's switch you over. And once more, we'll try. We'll try this one again this time. Reaching over, digitize, starting. As it starts, I'm going to try. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. See, I don't know how it picks up, how quickly I have to go or how slowly I have to go for it to pick up. So this time I'm going to move much quicker to see if it registers and how it registers, if it registers. Ooh, crap. This is really a trial and error now, because I'm now pinwheeling the sunflower across the bed to try and get colour registered. And genuinely, I don't know if it will. So let's see if this works. Oh, I'm not sure that will work at all, but you can see that the sunflower is now really squashed, so I won't be able to do any more with that one. I think that one's one for the bed, to stay on the bed now, and I'll build an image around it and see if I can't use the orange ones to kind of build this up a little bit better than I currently am. And I kind of have an idea, but we'll see how that works. I'll do two things. I'll put another sunflower on the bed, then or this one, and then post-it notes. As you can tell, I've got them lined up, haven't I? Oh, let me keep my hand down to keep that one in the dark. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. And it's still scanning. Still scanning. Oh, good. Okay, it's now finished. It goes back to the edge and it appears. Oh, she says. Yeah, I kind of like that. Oh, look, I've made a real mess of the glass there, so I'm going to have to sort that out before we move on. I knew that was happening, but I didn't realise it was going to be so bad. So now I have to get my cleaning kit out. So where is the cleaner for? There we go. I should have something in here for the lenses on the camera, and hopefully that will sort it out. Ooh, I'm going to have to close the door because it's a bit noisy out there, isn't it, Bob? Yeah. That cat is enjoying himself chasing everybody. Right, I have some optic paper cleaner and thing for cleaning lenses. So let me just switch this around. I like that. I liked how this came out. Apart from this, if you can see, this is what I'm going to try and clean now. So let's just put it. Oh, do you know child kind of things on bottles and things? You know, the child locks. Oh my gosh. I'm sure they work for children because they work for me really well. Okay, so let me just take off a piece of paper there and start just cleaning the bed at the top there. And hopefully that will, she says, I really hope that will clean it, because if I've made it worse, which is also likely, you know, there's never a guarantee there. Hopefully you don't want to use soap or a normal cloth on a scanner bed because you'll end up scratching it. Not that this process won't eventually completely destroy the scanner bed anyway. Like that's pretty much guaranteed. You know, I don't want to do that. If I can help it, I will. So that's cleaning paper and cleaner. So let's put that back into my little lens cleaning kit I carry for my camera. And I put it in a waterproof bag, and that normally lives in my camera bag, but just for now. Okay, so I do wonder then, like, if I were to complete a better scanner with post-it notes, what would that... Well, hang on, what if I did it this way? Just... like as a little frame, I wonder how that would work. This is just a time I'm really experimenting. Like, I expect a good proportion of these experiments to kind of go wrong or not work or not come out as I want them to. But unless I'm trying, unless I'm experimenting with random stuff that goes on here, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with them. So I always want to try different things on the bed and see, you know, what will work, what won't. If indeed things work. Like, if we fold things over and squash them and put them out of place, what does that look like? Okay, so I'm going to try that, but I'm probably going to also put this one in the bed, just to... But this time I'm going to just take off all of its petals and perhaps scatter them a little bit. And because I want to find out what they do, I'm just going to put that one underneath and kind of show that we've taken petals out. Perhaps move more on that one. Okay. I also want to see how a few other things work out. So we'll do this for now. We'll squash it all down, and we'll just see with the box. And what I might do is I might just do an actualization thing to start with to see, firstly, if I've cleaned it right. So let's come down to 600, which is half of that, and digitize it. And hopefully that should come down, and we'll see where it comes out. So it should take half the time that it was before, which means I'm busy filling up a kettle whilst that just does that. So hopefully it wouldn't take that much time to scan as it did with the... So it's on 600 dpi now. And this one, remember, is with post-it notes. Yeah, I can still hear it whirring. Ooh. So it's still working its magic. And in the meantime, I'm going to look at what I've got in a bag of foraged items. So I foraged some of these earlier, which is super interesting. So I might keep those out for a moment just to see if something else comes into my mind whilst I'm putting these together. see whether or not I can use those in something. That's a big tree in your way, isn't it? Sorry, I'll move that in a second. I also have another really huge branch, but I'm going to be, I think, using that in my still life. So I'm going to leave that out for another image. Something else I'll do over on my still life. Yeah, sorry about that. You have got a very big twig in your screen there, haven't you? Let me just move that out of the way. I'm not sure I'm going to make that better or worse. Hopefully better. There you go. Okay, what came out? So, yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, the scanner bed doesn't work for me at all. I forgot that. That's my fault. Do you know, I'm not, like, I think these ones, let me just, this might work for something else. Let me just do a pre-actualization with that on a black, see, the problem is the scanner head itself is kind of white, so the minute you put something on it, it's like everything comes up grey and white. So let me just do a previs on this and see where it actually lands on that. Okay, so that's when it comes out black. And yeah, I think there's some merit to these. These might be interesting later. Certainly the petals now have seen better days, so we don't, I think I'm going to take these off now. Let me let me take these off. Hello, my cats. They might be useful for something else, but not right now. And I'm going to also use, I kind of like this piece. I don't know why. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works, she says, by putting everything on there. Let's also, okay, yep, fabric. I don't want the edges in. Okay, let's see how that lands. So, again, I'm going to do a previs on this. Oh, I could do a digitization. Let's see. Yep. Let's do digitization of 600. So there isn't a big thing that happens on that whilst I finish making my cup of tea, because these things are taking a bit of time. So I'm just gonna, I can listen to the scanner from in here and I can hear it still working, humming away. So the post-its don't work. Well, not for this anyway. Perhaps they'll work for another kind of thing, but not for this. It's interesting because I wonder what the texture of, let me bring, I think the problem is white paper might be too reflective and I might not like that in. Normally I prefer cardboard, but if I bring in a white roll, I wonder how that would work. Let's have a think about that. It's coming to the end, I hope, so I'm just covering the dark, making it darker. Although I do wonder, perhaps cardboard would be a good background here. I might try that one rather than the piece of material I've got. I'll put all the flowers on and put cardboard on. Let's see how that works. Oh, there we go. That's finished. Hopefully it should show me what it's like. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really. Not really. No, on all fronts. That's a no. Okay, so that's an experiment that just that failed. So let's move on rapidly from that one. Some you win, some you lose. Okay, so the more I lose, the better. It's like, okay, let's just get them, the ones that don't work done quickly. That way we can learn what they are, find out why it didn't work. For me, normally the textures of the material are really nice, but for some reason I think perhaps I pressed on them, or that might be why. So let me just remove all of the petals here. I'm going to leave the dust on from the sunflower because that might add to the next piece in. And I'm actually going to just, I kind of like how these have fallen on themselves in a way. There's like in a semicircle kind of way. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to allow it to be its own shape, but I'm just going to transfer it back onto the board. And okay, great. Okay, so it's not particularly in a great circle, but it will hopefully give me an idea of where it needs to be. The other thing I'm going to do with this one is actually use the cardboard. So I'm going to well, let me use the cardboard just as it is to start with. Let me just do that. So I'm going to hold it, press it down, hold it still, and then hopefully we're going to get, I'll do 600 again. Let's do a nice one. If it works, then I'll make it a bigger size. I think that's the way to go with these. I'm currently just shuffling through the leaves as well, because I have some red leaves. I think that's not the red leaf I was looking at, but I have some foraging finds from this morning, and some of them are beautiful and red. So perhaps we do a scanner made up of the leaves as well as the base, I don't know, as well as the cardboard for the backgrounds. That may or may not work. Never say never. So let me just, whilst that's doing its thing, let me just work out. Oh, I have a few little leaves there. If the leaves are good enough. Well, some of them are very deep reds, which is lovely. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That was a terrible mistake. I just dashed the scanner, knocked it with my arm, which is not what I wanted to do. Okay. What a shame. Oh, I love that. Look at that. That's green and reds. Oh, these might actually work on their own on a scanner. Let's see. How did that turn out? Oh, boring, perhaps. Oh, very boring. Oh no, terribly boring. How is that boring? How? How is that supposed to? Oh dear. What a shame. What a shame. Not one of those turned out to be good. Let me reorganize. Right. Let's put some of you in a better way. Let's see if we can't at least make you look like flowers that have been given some kind of dignity by me. Oh dear. Right, okay, that might work better. Now then. Right, let me see if we can do like one of the reverse things here. I'm not sure that the cardboard didn't work, but let's see if paper cardboard will work. Not paper cardboard, just brown paper is what I meant to say. Oh, my brain. Okay. Let's see if we can just line some paper up and perhaps make that work. Let's see if it can't, that's fine, but we'll give it a whirl because that last one, so boring. That did not at all work for us, which isn't, again, the scanning, sometimes it's so funny. It's like not what you expect, and then you have certain things that really, really work, and then others, like, it's like, oh, that's terrible. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Let's see. I'm going to, oh, I've got some bags out the way. Sorry, let me just get my space a bit clearer, so I can make sure that this is a thing. Right, and I have some individual cardboard here, so let's see if, like, can we okay, let's see if we can make that kind of work, she says. Hopefully we can. I'm more worried about how dark I can make this, you see, because it feels like it's too light still, and there's a lot of light getting into it, which is why, like, there's some shadowing on here, is because there's a bit of light. So let's do this. Let's see if we can digitize and then bring this box in. No, I don't want to disturb it, but we'll see how it goes. When I see the light appear, I'm going to start to do some things with the petals. But I'm just trying to keep it dark and black right now until I see the light appear. Eek. And it's showing up, it's showing up. Okay, now it's showing up, so I'm gonna do a little bit of dance magic. Dance, dance, dance. I'm just dancing along the line. La 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 la. La 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 la. Please work. La 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 la. Please work. Do 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 do. Please work for me. Please, 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 please. I'm sure I didn't need sound effects, but you know, sometimes sound effects make everything better. Okay, oh no, it's very white at the top. Very, very white at the top, which is very upsetting, but everything else isn't horrible. Oh, it all moves slightly to the left, which is horrible. So if I cut it into here, that might well work a lot better. So, okay, that wasn't, and I actually, the minute I did lines, blue, 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 that worked a lot better. So, takeaways. This isn't a completely lost cause, only there's all over here and none over here. So I'm actually going to add in some more of these because I can. I have some more. They're not exactly, well, actually these perked up on their own because I thought that they would be, well, dead by now, quite honestly. So I think that they, because I cut them and I put them in their own water for a while. Let me just bring this back in. They have actually perked up quite a lot. So I'm going to use the other ones that haven't perked up. And I might just shuffle them straight onto the bed. Let's take these off a second. Oop. See, now I've got all the sound effects in my head. Let me just shuffle those off the bed for a moment and put these. There was far too much cardboard at the bottom, so I didn't need that much. I'll shuffle that all the way down. And we'll put this onto the bed. And now I will just flatten that. And make some of these in here as well, kind of like just squash them in so there's a lot of colour into the scanner bed, even if they're not all, you know, nice and perfect. I think sometimes the non-perfect ones are actually quite pretty. Now, okay, let's just squash another one in there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. That didn't go down horribly. Like, I liked the bottom part, didn't like the top part. So, and the top part has way too much light coming back into it, which is a bit of a shame. How can I manage that? So, but I'm gonna need probably, let's take that piece of cardboard out. But you know, I didn't mind having that to there. So that's obviously something that kind of worked and it was okay up to there. Everything else was very, very bright for it. So I need something to kind of okay, so perhaps this cardboard needs to be a bit smaller. And there we go. Okay, that will do, I think. I think that will do. And then we'll whip it out when I see the light. So let's try this again. So and the light's coming. Right. Okay, so now the light's definitely into the light. Sorry, probably way too close to the microphone. Sorry, I didn't realise I was doing that. So and this is where it was getting really too light for it, so I'm imagining right now this is, yeah, got too light at the very end. So let's see how that worked. Not horrible, she says. Kind of strange, but that I think if this were to be cut here and here, that might work. She says, that's an interesting one, isn't it? And I also wonder, just for kicks, and because I have them, I have some wasps in my little pots of curiosities. So I wonder if I were to lift that up, because I think this is the area that hasn't been really investigated. But look, if I push that one there, that one could be very interesting. That one not so much, but you little one, I think this could be very interesting. In there, and just work out how they might look on the bed. So let me just see how that works out, because that's a different conversation. That I kind of like I still like the lines going across the bed. They were beautiful. But now we've got some wasps. So let's see once again. I'm going to put the cardboard on the top, and I'm going to scan this time. Should I do it at the same resolution? Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to digitize, and hopefully, like, this is gonna be I'm gonna see when it comes up. Try not to get my fingers that are white showing anywhere. I have some fluffy flowers that I'm gonna dance across the screen when I start seeing the white. So I'm not seeing the dance yet. Dance is only just ready. So, doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doop, doop, doop, doodly-doo, doodly-doop, 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 doodly-doo, doodly-doop, 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 doodly-doop. Diddly-diddly-doo, diddly-diddly-doo. 1, 2. Diddly-diddly, diddly-doo, 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 diddly-doo. Please, 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 Gan. You never quite know how that's going to read. See now. See now. Ooh, how did that work? And you kind of know what they are. That's interesting. This one's cut off. Why is it cut off? Why did that cut off the bed? Like, is that too far over? That's very upsetting. Everything feels like it needs to be pushed back to this side a lot, because that would have been a great shot. Interestingly though, they're definitely reading as wasps. I kind of feel like they could even have more and you'd be okay with it. I was too slow there. Could you see there's a little grey? That's annoying. And I don't know, I think this cardboard line could have been a bit lower, so that's interesting. Let's start. Something's going on with this one. I think this strike up the page is not working for me. Let me take that one out. I don't think we need one going up. Okay, I think there's more to be put in. Like, I think these are reading incredibly well as wasps, and I think as such I probably could put in like one more here, and that would be good, and even like one here. Nope. So I think that would read very well. Okay, yeah, let me try that. And even, like, I think we could get away with putting some petals underneath the paper. She says, oh, not that I haven't already scuffled everything. But just to help things along. Right, definitely. I'm good with that. I think I'm going to do that one more time. So cardboard piece back in. And it didn't need to go up as high. Up here is kind of what I got the sensation of. So I'm just going to reverse this and take off the label if I can, the red label. That's eek. Or if I can't take it off, I'll just use another piece of cardboard, but I would like to use this piece to reverse it, knowing what I know. Nope, I think I'm going to have to, knowing that this piece fits it and works it, I want to use the same piece but the other way. But if I use it and the red and the black parts come through, they're not going to read very well. So let me just try and pull those bits off. So if I can just, nope, they're not going to come off. So I'll just improvise. And I might just twist it. That'll do. That'll do. You know, or just chop off the top bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to keep this about there. Okay, great. And I'm going to put the box in place. Take away that for a second, and we're going to digitize. Put that in place, and I'm going to get the flowers ready. They are looking a little bit worse for wear now, so I'm conscious that they probably won't be doing very much more. Again, let me just cover my fingers with my sleeve to make sure that when it comes out of the dock, it's not going to be my fingers it sees. I can't see the thing coming. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. She says hopefully. It kind of is. Okay. Doobie-doo. 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 Streak. 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 Line all the way across. 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 Line all the way. Line. 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 Okay, come on. Come on, you're almost there. Please don't be light, too light at the end. Please don't be light. Okay. Those flowers have definitely seen better days now. Ah, where are we? Oh, oh, oh. And there we have it. Oh, I love that. Oh, I think that's worked so well. Okay, so that one's one that I really love. And I'm really pleased with that. So that's worked out incredibly well. Yeah. So, one more thing I was going to try before closing. So I'm going to change the paper, and instead of paper this time, I'm going to use cork. I just have one experiment to try to see if this works. Let me just take off the paper. So, and then next. So again, these are things I don't know will work, but I've got a base that I know is working for me. So I had here, yep, some cups, a cup of corks that I like. They've got such lovely patterns on. I don't know if you can see. So I'm going to try and use those to see if I can get just something different and different. Different and different. Not rubber. The patterns on these are really pretty, so I'm trying to work out like what patterns would go where. Okay, let's see how this comes out. This is the most random things really is where this is at now. I've got the image I really like, so now it's all about playing with other ideas just to see what they do. I mean, this is my image of the day for sure, so we'll come back to that. So off we go. Digitize. And so I'm just holding my sleeve until I see the light. Okay. Where are we? Where's the line? So I'm waiting for the line to show up, and when I see it, I'm going to start moving the flower. Oh, it's there. I can't get to it yet. I just... Dab, 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 dab. And then whoosh, 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 whoosh. We're dancing, we're dancing, we're whooshing, we're whooshing, we're whooshing, we're whooshing away. We're dancing from one side to the other, whooshing, 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 whooshing along the line. It's what they call line dancing. No, probably not. Sorry, everybody. Bad joke time. Oh, and a lot of my, like the flowers, are dead, Jim. They're almost dead. Right, let's see. How did that work? I'm gonna say, not bad. Yeah, strangely, not bad. I didn't expect it to be great, but okay. I might work with that on another thing then. That's definitely not for today. I don't think this is working for the image today, but that's definitely a image for another day. I mean, I love these. This one is my utter favourite. I found this on a bottle, and fortunately the bottle it came on was really delicious, and so it was very easy to have a few more of that bottle, which is again delicious. So that worked out incredibly well. Look at that. 3 of them, 4 of them. So that was a good. Love it when that happens. I wonder what it would be like to roll the cork from the top to the bottom. That's something we could do. Yes. Let me just show you. My favourite one from today, let's review where we were. So that's where we started, which, like, okay, I was really pleased that came out so well at the start. We tried material to kind of separate like a sunsetty type feel, and I kind of just didn't like it. The texture didn't come out right for me. Now this one's kind of interesting, but this annoyed me a lot, so we cleaned up the glass. It was still there. So this one, however, I still love this. This still works for me, but I don't know which way it works, whether it's that way or the other way, so that's interesting. Then we tried some experiments that just didn't work, and then we kind of became a little bit closer and got a bit closer, and I certainly loved these street lines were beautiful. And then the wasps came in, and I think this one is my utter favourite of the entire time. So I think I'm going to call it at that and say thank you very much for joining, because that was honestly such a great process to go through from where we started to the image that we found at the end. So thank you for that. That's great. So I'm just going to clear the scanner down and try and set up perhaps something for my still life in a bit. So I'll finish up here. I'm going to clear this down. But thank you all very, very much for joining. This was a true delight. I loved what we found, and I think there's a lot of things there that actually worked incredibly well that I will definitely use again. So thank you very much.